and welcome back to another Flintstones review. So this one is for the episode The Picnic, which has far less to do with a picnic. I feel like for how spot on they are with some of the titles, they could have done a little better with this one, but anyway. So, this one starts out with Fred and Wilma are over at Joe Rockhead's house, and I don't know if it's with his wife, girlfriend, significant other, what have you, but basically, they're playing, I think, like poker or something, and Fred is supposed to be paying up winnings and everything, but Fred, being the cheapskate that he is trying to distract away from this fact as hard as humanly possible, so that he can get out of there without actually paying up, because Fred, but at the same time, can't criticize that. I've been that bitch, but anyway, so so he goes over to like the trophy shelves and he's admiring them and how it seems like he's won for every event in the yearly water buffalo picnic competitive events and everything. Yeah, so he's jealous because all he's ever gotten is basically a participation trophy with Barney, which is like the size of a thimble, basically. And he gets the idea in his head, so what if he and I were partners? Now, obviously, he doesn't say it then and there, but he's thinking it in his head. It's marinating. It's stewing in his brain. It's not till he gets home. It's not till everyone's in bed. It's literally the middle of the night after he's had a dream about what it would be like to win the competitions with him that he calls it middle of the night. And Joe is like so half awake that he will say anything to get Fred off the damn phone so he can go back to sleep. And Fred basically propositions him that, hey, how about we be partners for the picnic? Huh? Would that be great? Yeah, and Joe's basically, yeah, whatever, I'm going to bed. Had those phone calls for too. Anyway, so, it's not until after Fred's off the phone they realizes, oh no, what have I done? So, he doesn't really see much of a way out of it. He wants to find a way out of it, but Fred has his damn heart set on this and will not hear anything else. Meanwhile, Wilma is trying to lay the guilt trip on thick about how could you do that to Barney? He's been so loyal for all these years, year after year with that competition, and you're gonna leave him for Joe. Just because you want to win that badly. You don't think you could win with Barney, and the whole guilt trip pursues, but Fred will not be swayed. It is what it is. And yes, Barney is very hurt. And the women just know that, oh god, the picnic's not gonna be the same if the boys aren't talking. And I mean, this feels like one of those things where how often those two fight. They must be, like, not talking every other damn week, it feels like. But anyway, so, it's a whole ass thing. So, they get there, and immediately there's issues with Fred's not wearing his water buffalo hat, which they're all required to wear just to get into the place. But I can't drive with it on, I guess, because, you know, the low ceiling on his car, but he is forced to wear it. He's all salty about it. Comes time for the competitions. There's like 3-legged race, there's a piggyback race, and I think tug-of-war was the other one. And he does all these with Joe, and he manages to bungle it on every single damn one. Like, they could have won, but Fred let success, or the promise of it, get to his head. Fucks up all of them. To the point where Joe taps out, he's like, yeah, I'm not doing this with you anymore. Just, nope, not doing this. Calling it quits. So at the last minute, Barney decides to be the good guy and be with Fred for the very last event of the whole thing, the wheelbarrow race. Which, I mean, they take it as a literal wheelbarrow and stick one guy in and the other one has to, like, run with it. Rather than, you know, hold their ankles and let them walk on their hands. That's the only wheelbarrow races I've ever seen, but I don't know. Anyway, so it's a whole ass thing, and they're actually in the lead for quite a bit. But Fred, being, you know, big guy, he gets tired before the finish line, and is basically ready to, like, effing die. So Barney decides to swap places. He throws Fred in the cart. He decides to push it, which is all fine and well, but because of his weight, it literally falls apart. But, like, on a technicality, Fred holds onto, like, the axle on either side of the front wheel, and that is when Barney just holds onto his ankles and pushes him over the finish line. They win an event, they win a trophy. All is well, Fred got his wish, but at the same time he feels like he owes it to give it to Barney. But now there's a whole fight over, no, you take it, no, you take it, no, I insist, you take it. It's like the stupidest drama ever. Anyway, it's a cute episode. I'd give it maybe like a 4.5 out of 5. I mean, there's parts of it where it feels a little drawn out for what it is. There's other parts that feel like, boy, we're reaching. And, like, the specific events they use for this, I'm like, they're awfully similar events, back to back to back, but okay. I guess it made it easier to animate, but, I don't know. It's still a good episode, though. It's still cute. It's interesting seeing Joe Rockhead have a bigger role in this one than he usually does, because usually he's, like, a secondary character that, like, he might be in a scene or something, but he's not usually a main character in the episode, so it's kind of interesting seeing that for a change. But yeah, so it's an interesting one. I don't know if this has anything to do with future episodes where that character is concerned or not, or if it's like a one-off thing and then acts as if that totally never happened. I don't know. I suppose I'll find out as I continue watching these, but anyway. The Flintstones aren't exactly known for their continuity, just saying. So anyway, that is about it for this one, really. So as usual, you know what to do. If you like this video, go ahead and give it a like. If you're not already and you'd like to be, click subscribe. Hit that notification bell icon so you never miss an upload. Leave comments down below. Make sure you're following my social media accounts, my Facebook fan page, my Twitter, my Instagram, my eBay, my Reddits, everything and more. It's all down below. And if you like what I do here on this channel and you'd like to help support it, the donation link, as always, is down in the description. Anyway, guys, until next time, see ya.